video demonstration, I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful sort of 3D pop-up tree card using the Margits trees dies, which is PCD263. And in this, you get a beautiful selection of trees that have all been cut into. So they've got these beautiful sections that cut out, so you can fold these out and give you 3D. But they've also got a fold line in the middle so that you can beautifully 3D them. Just like this. When you look at it from the top, it's stunning. But there's some wonderful cards and projects you can make from that. With this fold, you can get a really nice 3D look without having to mess about at all, or just cutting into card and adding one of the 2J's mice gives you this beautiful look. So I'm going to show you how we make the 3D trees. So all we're going to do is choose whichever size you want. I think I'm using the third largest size in this. And what I've done is I've cut this out 3 times from emerald satin card from the craft artist range. I then took one of the smaller trees, and I think this is the sort of 4th or 5th one, and again I've cut out 3 trees in that exactly the same, and I've simply cut these. So all we need to do is to 3D them. So the simple thing to do is the fold line is there in the center. All you need to do is just fold along that 3D line and fold them in half. It's very easy to do. You don't need to emboss the die at all. And I don't bother too much about the trunks. I leave the trunks. So I get them folded. So there's 1. Here's number 2. And I will do number 3 as well. But I'm not having to use, as you can see, any tools or anything. I'm simply folding them over. Just like that. 2 and number 3. And there we go, nice and simple and easy. And once they're folded, we're simply going to glue them together. So I'm going to use the Craft Artist Super Tacky Glue. This is so easy to use and is an instant grab. So all I want to do is just put a little bit of glue down, and you can use your finger, or you could just leave it as it is, just to smear the glue, and take a second one and glue them together. And by smearing the glue slightly, it means you get that instant grab. So I say that, and then of course they pop open because I didn't press it down well enough. Just like that. And we do the same on the third one. So again, add a little bit of glue, smear it slightly, and add our third one in. So we're putting them together just like this, so that effectively they're all piled on top of each other. A bit like one of those fold-out baubles that we have. So I would give that a couple of minutes just to make sure that it's nicely glued, everything's in place. So here's one I've already made. You can see all nice and stuck down. And we do exactly the same with 6 of the little trees. So again, just to show you, they fold still very, very easily in your hand, because of the line that's been put down there. So you don't have to think, oh, I've got to score these or anything. The scoring's already there for you. So you'd fold those and glue those together. So I've got here a little bit of card that has been embossed with one of the new embossing folders. So we're just going to pop this and glue this straight onto our card blank. So this is a 5-inch card blank, and I've just matted this with a little sort of 4-inch and then a 4.5-inch square, and I've matched the 2 green colours. And then all I need to do is to add glue down the seam, as that's the place we really want it to glue, and then a little bit on each section of the tree, and then we place that in the centre of our card and give that a good press down. And once we're happy that that's glued and to place and is straight, just give it a good press. We can just pop out our little side pieces, and we do exactly the same with our 2 on each side. So again, we'll pop him down just there, and I'll do exactly the same with the other one. Now the actual satin card is a little bit harder, so we'll get these put down, and then what I'm going to do is just add a little bit more glue onto here. So just make sure you've well glued down your satin piece. And this is why we use glue and we don't use tape so that we can move them about and get them overlapping or into the right place. And there we've got our beautiful 3D trees just stuck onto the front of our card really simply. And again, give it a couple of minutes for the glue to go off. And once you're finished, you can take some of the pearl dimension. Just press that one down. And we're going to give these 3 little red tops to our trees. And you can add some little sort of red baubles on in a few different places. Really, really simple. And once that's dry, then you've got a beautiful card with 3D trees on. So a really simple card to make and really effective, just using the PCD263 Margits trees. For more ideas, hints, tips and inspiration, why not visit the Crafting with John Next Door and Crafts 2 group on Facebook. Enjoy.